Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to some more Keep Calm and Carry On. Or Keep Calm and Colombia on in Victoria 3. Alright, let me make sure everything's working here. Hello, me. Let me make sure everything's working here. Hello, me. Hey, right back at you, buddy. Alright. Hey, Mauricio. Hello, hello, my friend. More 50% talking, more 50% gameplay time. Yeah, that's kind of, it seems like what it is sometimes, huh? Yeah, hey. Well, welcome back, my friend. How are you? How you doing? We are back. We are back after a pretty good session earlier today. So you can see we've expanded our borders. We're doing good. Bolivia has seen better days. We should just kind of take them. Actually, can we? Why not? Cannot target civil war countries. Oh. Alright, so we'll have to wait till we take some of this over here. Alright, so where are we here? Where are we? We're expanding construction. We're building gold mines. So we have Lima, which is good. We're expanding ever further south. I think we can just go to the unpause here. I think we're ready to go. Alright. So we're gonna get construction going here. We do have some construction inefficiency problems. Game really needs to allow you to intervene in civil wars. It's extremely silly. You can't. Yeah. Same with countries magically never breaking truces. Yeah, this is true, right? It's true, you can't break a truce. You can break a treaty, but you can't break a truce. I wonder how that mechanic would work. Because I guess the truce is there also for you, the player, to not just be able to steamroll through things, or a country to be able to just end you in one fell swoop. Hey, Glenn, hello, welcome, my friend. How are you? How's it going? You know, we certainly have quite a budget going here. Well, we're about to add a construction sector, so we'll see what happens after we add that. Let's see, we don't have any decisions here. When we generate 1,000 bureaucracy, we could start doing the Panama Canal. Oh yeah, no, not that. Oh yeah, this. So in 12 months, so in a year, we can get our first company. We're gonna go for, where is it? The Steel Company. Lost all. Ugh, slavery band, you're killing me. Doing well, all things considered. That's good. That's good. I hear you. Life is. My wife said she had this elderly patient one time that whenever you'd ask her how she's doing, she'd always say, "Life is so lifey," and we say that all the time now. Life is just so lifey. All right, legislative failures. We have a 22% success chance. You know, we've just gotten some bad luck on slavery banned here. I promise no arguing with Max this time. Yeah. I hear you. He does like to start a good debate. So in 12 months, we're gonna do Antiochia Steel because we could really use the plus 5% state construction efficiency. We're getting negative 10% in most of our main states because of the Andes. And, you know, we could just use steel and iron and a prestige steel, so we're going to be doing that. So we need to make sure we have a state with 5 steel mills in it. Okay, so we need to be prepared. Or even a bad one. Yeah, this is true. Very true, very true. So, 6 years to do this. Let's see. Oh, well, we're building up more. When we get all the way up hired here, that should be a little better. Maybe when we get to about 3 months out, the company will move the steel mills up. What's our next checkpoint here? December 6th. December 6th. So, Russia wants investment rights. Will give me trade privileges. You want investment rights for nothing, huh? Then that's a no from us. Let's see our trade center here. How are we doing? So we're exporting a bunch of hardwood. What are we good at making here? Oops. So we do have a lot of hardwood. Who are the big importers? The French. So the French get trade. Wait, why did we do this deal? I feel like there's something in this deal that got deleted. So 25% or a 25% chance. Well, if this one goes, we'd want this deal for a long time. So let's see. Probably not, but we'll give it a try. Yeah. Alright. I don't want to give them investment rights for too long. Really not enough of an improvement? I guess they'll take this. So we'll do 10 years, because... But I want those trade privileges. And you guarantee my independence, maybe. Only 67% chance, but we'll give it a try. Declined. Jeez. Alright, fine. There we go. We'll do this one for 10 years. It was your deal with the US that got canceled due to the Civil War. Ooh, oh. Is that what it was? The Indian Modernist Revolt. This is interesting. What's going on there? They're gonna guarantee our independence? I mean... I'd rather take trade privileges from you, to be honest. Nah, we won't do that one. And then the Germans, we do have it. So now we have trade privileges. Still didn't do much for us, though. How many interests can we declare? Yeah, see, so we only have the 2. So what we really need, if we're going to start really trading, is a navy. We need a navy. Problem is, we have quite a bit to build here. We really need to fix this construction inefficiency. Are we doing violence suppression? We are doing violence suppression in Lima. That's still not enough, though. Yeah, that's right. So they're still unincorporated. We got about 26 months of that left. Maybe we should prioritize things not in Lima. Possibly. Ooh, well, we only have 5 months of that left, so let's get the steel mill going. Let's get that finished. Then we'll go back to the gold mine. So I want to get that company up and running once we're able. And what are we doing after that? Yeah, we'll do nationalism after that. Then we'll get public health insurance, and then we'll work on this stuff. Now, let's take a look at... I feel like we're not utilizing all of our production methods. How are we on sugar? I feel like we have a lot. We do have a lot. We don't have a lot of liquor. We have even less food. Ah, man. Slavery banned is just not happening. Okay. So we'll leave the food industries as they are. Furniture manufactories. We'll do that. We'll do fancy furniture. And then let's make sure we're not... Okay, good. Yeah, we're not importing a ton of it. Furniture, though, we still need quite a bit. Paper we could switch up. Do we have sulfur in the market, though? Oh, we have a sulfur mine in Zulia. It's not being utilized because there's... Alright, perfect. There's no demand. Let's create a demand. Continue. Yep. Yeah, we'll get that in a moment, my people. Shipyards are moving up. Textile mills. Utilize that. Should we do this? Now, it says it would be unprofitable. We get 105 luxury clothes. Oh yeah, why don't we just do it here? Because the problem is we're importing a ton of those right now. Yeah, we didn't have anybody producing it. Now we do. Power of the purse. See, we really need to get our navy up and running here. Maybe we start the navy before we start building in Lima and all those places. Although, oh, problem is I think I just built construction sectors there. All right, we'll look at that. How's coal? Oh, here we go. We need a lot more coal. Zalia, alright. So we get, what, 20 we actually need in the market. So we need 239. So we could, so we do 25. Jeez, we need like, we could do like 10 of them, to be honest. How much do they employ? 5,000. We'll do 4 there. We'll spread this one out. Oh, look at... Yeah, look at Ecuador. Oh my lord, they got a lot of people there. Okay. Then actually, hold on, before we do that, we're gonna build it all in Ecuador. I want to save the people in Cundinamarca and Cauca as well. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and we'll build one more in Ecuador. Representing his constituents in the intelligentsia, Manuel Murillo has issued a formal petition to the new Grenadine government to pass freedom of conscience. What are we on right now? I think we're on state religion. Yeah. Alright, we can do that. Alright, the pro-slavery movement, once again, is getting all pissed off. Hey, Jabba, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? How is all under heaven? You know, I ended up having quite a crazy day after the stream ended. I have not been able to load it up. I can't believe it. I'm gonna end up going the whole release day without having played it. How was it? As long as I've waited for this DLC to come out, I'm not gonna be able to play it today. Oh, sucks. But it's good. It's really fun. Alright, good. Wouldn't that be funny? It comes out, everyone's like, ah, this sucks. In China, at least, so many new mechanics. Really? Oh, man. I cannot wait. Maybe I'll wake up early tomorrow just to play it before the kids all get up and start getting them ready for the day. Francisco Jose Carino mistook an enemy in the Catholic Church after accusing them with false charges. Moderates in the Catholic Church defect to the landowner's cause. Well, he's loved. We can afford to lose this a little bit. Let's see who this agitator is that we just got. A landowner Democrat. Not bad, actually. Who's our current leader? He's a slaver. So part of the liberal movement. So if this guy can get the landowners to be pressured by the liberal movement, we'll make this guy the head of our landowners. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of slavery ban have found themselves mirrored in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Lose 5% bureaucracy for 5 years. We can afford it. We'll try it. Probably not the best thing to do. You aren't attached at all to your realm and more to you as a person. It's really great. It fits CK3 so well. That's awesome. That's really cool. Man, I cannot wait to load that up. Cannot wait. There's just so many games coming out. We have All Under Heaven today. Next week on Tuesday is the big one, EU5. And, you know, the new football manager for all those who football manager. Then the following week is Anno 117 and the new Surviving Mars. Supposedly. So the new Surviving Mars I'm really excited for. It's supposed to come out on November 10th, but they still don't have a price on Steam yet. I have no idea what's going on with that game. Ah, North Andean National Awakening. There we go. So we've gotten our National Awakening. Oh yeah, don't even get me started. Surviving Mars 1 was so good. It's a remaster, right? It kind of. Well, so it's not just a remaster. I forget what a relaunch they're saying. So it is a remaster. They're remastering the game. It's still like Surviving Mars, the original game, with all the DLC, but they've added new mechanics to it. So there's a whole new like political system to your colony. I was watching some of the streams, and you have now like a parliament in your colony, and you have to pass laws and stuff like that. Which, look at what we're doing right here. That is just like music to my ears. Exactly. Yeah. Surviving Mars 1.5 is basically it. That's basically what we got there. And I am so excited for it. I have to say, Surviving Mars to me is up there with Victoria 3. Like, if I had to pick the one game that I was going to be stranded with for the rest of my life, I think it would be, for a period of time, it was Surviving Mars. I think Victoria 3 has edged ahead of that. But Surviving Mars is a very, very close second. Yeah, it is so good. It is so good. I call it my comfort game. For a long time, it's the game, like, when I was in between games, and I didn't know what game I wanted to play, I would always go do a little bit of Surviving Mars. You know, let's see what we have. I didn't look at the state traits of what we have here. So Lima, we still have the Andes. Look. We have 20% sulfur mines throughput. Okay. Ah, Laudabate success. Excellent. We have the Andes here. Pastaza we already had. Look at this. Yeah, we absolutely need this steel company. Under no... We really need to start running a bureaucracy deficit. So we'll get plus 5% construction efficiency with the company when we reach prosperity. If we can run a 50% excess here, we'll get the other 5% and counteract the Andes. But we'll have to run this bureaucracy surplus. So it could be a little expensive for us. It's really comfy. After the initial setup, it's so comfy. Yeah. I'm glad earned a little more this month so I can buy some of these games. Yeah, seriously. I'm not gonna lie, I'm using a little bit of my YouTube money to get all these games. It's like the perfect amount. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough to buy a video game. and pay the rent, to be honest. Let's be honest here, I live in New York City. Every little bit helps. We can actually use another another construction sector. Maybe I should focus in Antioquia here, but we don't have any more people. What about Ecuador? I have a ton of people here. Yeah, oh, yeah, why am I not building here? Actually, here's what we're going to do. I should have been building here. We're going to do 2 construction sectors here. And then we'll start focusing. We're going to redo some of this stuff here. We'll keep the 2 construction sectors here in Lima. It's going to take, what? Well, it's only another year. Oh, yeah, look at this, though. We don't have a lot of people. Okay. We're going to get rid of all of this construction in Lima. Except the railway. We do need the railway there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get the company done. And then we're going to start building up in Ecuador. But we want there we go. This is the build queue we want. Wait, Ham, with a surplus of bureaucracy, is the world about to end? I know, right? Imagine. Well, when you're playing in South America and every single one of your states has a negative 10% construction efficiency, it changes the strategy up a little bit. We really need that construction efficiency. We'll see if I can maintain it. I don't know if I don't guarantee that. Opportunistic members of the Catholic Church have defected to the landowner's cause. Yeah, sure, go for it. Ooh, this is going to be good for us. General Jose Maria Melo, a popular military commander, has begun to challenge the civilian leadership of the rural folk under Francisco Jose Carino. The general's ambitions threaten to expand Caudillo rule to yet another sector of society. Yeah, deplete that bar by 100. We are almost there. Only 79 points to go. Actually, just do the construction sectors. It'll help us get these steel mills quicker. A motor industry in Panama. We don't have enough people there. Like, why? Why would you build it there? Alright, progress to study. So now we're working on nationalism. We could use some more universities. A railroad accident in Antioquia has narrowly avoided heavy fatalities due to the quick thinking of the train's engineer, who perished in the crash. Only a few people died. The wreckage will still take some time to clear. Alright, is that going to be devastating for us? Yeah, it is. And we're doing road maintenance there. Ah, good. Alright. Ooh, and psychiatry. Ooh, minus 5% bureaucracy population cost multiplier. So that'll be helpful. What was I about to look up? We need infrastructure. Is there railroad? Ooh, we could make their railroad a little more profitable. Well, we certainly don't need to subsidize it anymore. We can expand the Home Affairs Institution, which we will do, and education. Oh, but yeah, this is religious schools. So we need to get the freedom of conscience. We don't want to make the church more powerful before we do that. Alright, we're gonna actually... dun dun dun! Actually go to 5-speed for a little bit so we can get these steel mills done. Francisco Jose Carino, leader of the rural folk, has written a sensational story about life on a slave plantation. Yes, here we go. Finally, something good for us. Ooh. No, we will take this. Since the rural folk are powerful, if we can get them to +10 happiness, we can get +20% infrastructure from farmers markets. Can't always guarantee that we'll keep them happy, but we can, if we can get it, we can do it. We're only 2 away. Carlos de Abadía of the Catholic Church has been seen preaching in favor of the Conservative Party, convinced that their victory has been foreseen in God's plans. Yeah, no, let's keep the Liberal Party in there. Who is the head of the Petite Bourgeoisie? A Republican. Is this guy pressuring... Ugh. Alright. Finish my steel mills, please. In a gesture of solidarity with the Conservative Party, Eustorgio Castro, I guess, has encouraged his supporters to vote for it in the ongoing election. Yeah, we'll give them less momentum. Ooh, this actually might be pretty close. Ooh, law progressed to voting. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, tomorrow's election here. Oh no. I want to play more games. Oh wow, is it, what kind of election? Like for, actually don't know. Do you have a president or a prime minister? Or is it more local elections? The eyes of the electorate have turned to the candidates that seek to acquire a position at the head of government. As the election approaches, voters debate who would provide the best leadership for New Granada. Yeah, we will... Ooh, we will take that. Oh, the intelligentsia guy will become the president. And what would we lose from this guy? So we'll gain a little bit more authority. Get some road maintenance going in Ecuador. It's the big one. Oh, wow. After 1 year, they fell pretty much. Oh, wow. The right never does well here. Okay. Interesting. So that's tomorrow. I'm going to keep an eye out for that tomorrow then. Very interesting. Elections all around. How are you feeling about the election? Is it, has it been like a heated affair, or has it been pretty tame? Ooh, the industrialists want to join. We'll take them. Alright, so Manuel Murillo is now our president. So that means these guys are going to be even more upset, because we have a ruler opposing slavery. They very well still might go to... We'll see. Actually, what slavery law are we changing off of? Legacy slavery. And actually, I forget, what does that... Yeah, 25% landowner political strength. So once we change, there'll be a little bit of a shift in political power there. Yeah, they won with a landslide last time around, but now, as usual, left center are again pretty big. Okay. Very interesting. So it's kind of a pretty straightforward. I hate the. I'm hesitating because I'm gonna say a fairly predictable encounter, but nowadays, yeah, every election it's never too predictable. But I guess it sounds like it'll be pretty straightforward. They just got to fix the housing problem here. It's massive. Oh, wow. Interesting. That's the problem in New York City. That's kind of what's on the ballot as well. Debate failed. Come on, people. Get that right. Here we go. About to finish our company. All right, let's do this. Let's slow it down for a second and get our Antiochia steel. Excellent. So let's take a look at our executive. Geronimo Carino, or Carreno. All right, so we got basic entrepreneur, we get plus 5% throughput, and ambitious, so we'll get a plus 10% throughput. Well, the elections are the least interesting point, I feel, because We have a multi-party system. The formation is the interesting part. Who are the parties going to work with? Oh, okay. So is this is kind of like the idea of like coalition governments? The parliamentary system? That's pretty cool. I kind of wish we had something like that here. So let's add iron mines. Now, we don't want to give any monopoly rights to these things. And we wouldn't mind giving trade rights, but we don't want to do that until they reach prosperity. But look at that. Steel is up. Look at us. We're importing a lot of steel. All right. Home affairs is up. These guys... a little bit more in check. I feel like that makes the tribalism a lot less like the two parties in America. Yeah. Yeah, a lot. I think it would possibly fix that quite a bit. Yes, look at that. Upping the Home Affairs institution is bringing these guys down to 92%. Oh, which country is that? The Netherlands. The Netherlands. Hey, hello, hello. Wankomancer. Hello, good evening. Good evening, lads and lasses. Hello, how are you, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in. All right. So we are going to... yeah, so now we're going to put a tariff on the import of metal. No, they changed to using my Google username instead of my actual name. Weird. Oh, wait, so what's the... yeah, I feel like lately all the YouTube names are changing around. Wait, so what's the name that we usually see you by in here? Hey, Reverse Ham Cuts, hello, hello. Yo, Ham, my man, you're always on the jam. Cool with the plan like Bam. What an entrance. What an entrance. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, Viatrung, hey, hello. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, lately the YouTube names on here have been changing up the way it all has an @ sign and something else now. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, so now we are building up construction goods here. Ah, Lima is incorporated now. Hmm. Wait, what is this? It's not a junior member of a customs union. What just happened there? Oops, that was weird. No more Geert, hopefully. How's the nationalism research going? It's getting there. We got about 13 months left, or 12 months. There you go. Damn, what a fair deal. I know, right? What scam alerts abound. YouTube improving things. Yeah, they've been doing that quite a bit. Very weirdly. You get nothing, I get investment rights. Whoa, Java, hello! Hello to the YouTube. Probably going to be the biggest opposition party this time around. Oh, PVV, probably going to be the biggest opposition party this time around. Nobody wants to work with him anymore, even though he maybe get the most votes. That's interesting. See, that's what kind of seems very appealing about the parliamentary system, is that there seems to be more opportunity for like a check and balance. Oh, look at this little cute little thing here. I used to believe our system had checks and balances, and then it turns out people can just not do them, which kind of is the same as not having them here in the US. Ooh, North Germany's gonna build some opium plantations, huh? Now, how much longer do we have? We don't have a truce with Peru anymore. We could come back and finish the job. Law debate success. You know, I'll wait. I'll feel better when this brewing revolution is done. I changed my username to my actual name since I sent my dad a happy birthday email, and he went, "Who the hell are you?" That's hilarious. Thanks? Why are you calling me Dad? Hope that's true. Everybody needs to cool off with the nationalism. Yeah, I know, right? Sitting here researching nationalism in the video game when in real life we all need to cool it a little bit. Struggling people in Miranda have been desperately trying to get their hands on any food they can. Dire warnings of a turnip winter have been speeding throughout the region. Is this supposed to be spreading? Oh, look at this. We can bring the revolution down 10. We'll lose tax income but get throughput. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, it is going to go back up to 91 though. Like, I get the stability of the Westminster first past the post system, but I do think proportional representation is much more representative, yeah. Your YouTube chat is more active, so I pulled up. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, I feel like there's just much more traction on YouTube than Twitch usually. I don't know why that is. Yet I agree, parliamentary system is better. Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing the effects of that now. I feel like I always had such faith in our government, our system of government, that, and mainly because of this idea of checks and balances, that there's an equal pushback to keep things stable. But now we're really seeing the limits of it. Colombia has winters. Huh. I don't know. Do we have a winter? This isn't winter here. This is just impassable terrain. So, I don't know. I don't think we've gotten any frosts or anything, have we? So we'll go to 4 speed here. We're at a moment where we really just need this build queue to go. We just need to finish building all this stuff. Ham, one question. In countries with small populations, do you rush pharmaceutical products and health food stores? I generally don't rush to it. When you have small population, I try to get off of migration controls and stuff first and foremost. Get off of migration controls, get better citizenship law, and try to get some type of migration. Ooh, I'll finish that thought in a second. Let me read this. The industrialists have expressed their satisfaction with the direction being taken by the country and its newly built factories. We do have a loyalist problem right now. We're going to take 20%, plus 20% loyalists from political movements. So start working toward mass migrations. You know, the other thing that I think is an interesting strategy is when we did our Lanfang run, you know, we were part of Great Qing. And so because we were subject to somebody else, we were able to get just regular migration from them. So in that run, we were getting Korean pops to migrate to us. Not as mass migrations, but just regular old migrations because of it. So, you know, you could, if you are part of, if you're subject to someone else, oh, look, the U.S. manifests destiny. You could, that's another thing that'll help you get pops. But yeah, I think if you're low population too, you could try to lean into the, where is it? Did I get past it? The food industries company, and get their benefit of this is a lot of lead up now. There it is, plus 5% birth rate. But I also think if you have small population, this is always the trade-off. You could lean into women's rights and get more workforce, but it lowers birth rate. So there's always a question of, when you have low population, is it better to get higher birth rate to get more people, or lean into women's rights and get more workforce? I feel like the answer is always to lean into women's rights and get more workforce, because that's the birth rate thing. Getting more birth rate takes so long to get workers. Speaking of which, how do you get a grip on food production? I tried to build grocery production for China, but I never seem to catch up. Yeah, because you have such a high population. I think a good Great Qing strategy is to get women's rights as quickly as you can, to lower the birth rate and raise literacy, because that lowers birth rate, because you already have a massive number of people, and then you'll be able to lean into that, and then getting better tech for your farms and stuff. That's probably the best way to go about it. But I also think just taking a couple states and making them your agricultural states, spam those states, and encourage agricultural industry to get the throughput bonus there. But also a good agro company could be helpful too. To be fair, proportional representation does have a tendency to be quite chaotic, hence France having 5 republics. That is true too. That is true. And when you watch the British Parliament just debate each other, it does kind of seem like chaos sometimes. From an outsider, I know our system looks like chaos because it is. The rural folk are dissatisfied with the inclusion of the industrialists in the new Grenadian government. Well, boo-hoo, people, boo-hoo. I'll take this. I want them both to be happy. I want to get more capitalists. Well, no, yeah, I think maybe I'll take a -2 in this. I want the rural folks farmers markets here. The wrong one. so stupid sometimes. Troops in Cundinamarca have reported more and more confrontations with belligerent mobs. Fighting will likely break out soon, even if nothing is ordered. There's only two ways to control the situation. Either pull the troops back, or tell them to engage. We'll take this one. Ugh, and it went up. Alright. Alright, we're at the hour mark, so we're going to take a very quick 90-second break, pay homage to the gods of ads, and then we will be right back. Alright, and we're back. Let me catch up here. Despite the snowfall on top of the Andes, it's a restricted area in this giant New Granada. Oh yeah, our unpassable area there. There are no winters in Colombia, just looked it up. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine there isn't. You're too close to the equator there. I wish we could have multi-member, at-large districts in the U.S., but I don't think it'll ever happen. Yeah, right? Wouldn't that be nice? To move the needle a little bit on anything like that is going to be massive here in the U.S. Yeah, 5% birth rate. That's what I was trying to look for. To this day, there's a bug that made me laugh so hard. The Confederates had won the Civil War. Then there was another Civil War between the Confederates and abolitionists. Wait, you know, in our earlier episode today... Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I swear to God, didn't we look at the U.S. a second ago? I was like, oh, the U.S. is manifest destiny, and there wasn't... I didn't even see the Confederacy, but I just remembered we had a Confederacy before. Yeah, look, they're having Civil War Part 2. Parliament is great, but it has greater chance of falling because there are multiple parties. Actually reaching 4 years is more an exception than the rule. Oh, interesting. And the formation takes long, too. But every system has its ups and downs. Well, your system seems very unified right now, only against... Yeah, actually, you're right. You're right. Our system is very unified right now. One party controls pretty much every branch of government, which is never a good thing. Plato spoke of the weakness of democracy and how it often falls into demagoguery and tyranny. I believe that if in the future they discover a way to limit power, democracy will become obsolete. Yeah, wasn't there like a Winston Churchill quote that was like, democracy is the worst form of government, but it's the best one we got? Hammond's never going to be able to get the lobby achievement. because his laws, especially anti-slavery, take forever. Yeah. Demarchy is the answer. Demarchy is the answer. Wait, the lobby achievement. What's the lobby achievement? I mean, Plato's ideal government is, quite frankly, a horrible idea. So I'm not sure if there's anything to really replace it. Yeah, I don't think that's, again, it's like that quote, right? Like, it's not great, but it's the best we've got right now. We don't have another option, really. All right, so we're keeping these guys at 91%. All right, so let's speed it up, because again, we really just need to make some construction goods a little more... Oh, look. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, and you know what? Hold on. I forgot. I want the company to be building these. So we'll finish the ones we've started. We've got this French company. Oh, well, they'll do coal. You know, a company that would do coal. It won't be so bad. Yeah, we can build us some coal, that's fine. Yeah, it was Aristotle that said that in the politics. Oh, interesting. Oh, it was Aristotle, so I guess he was quoting that, yeah. I was slightly off in time period. Laudabate success, okay. So March 30th. Their activism's going down. All right, we have nationalism. Is it time, my friends? All right, hold on. So let's take a save real quick, because this is an important decision. This one that pops up. Grand Colombia time, that's right. So the legacy of our nation's independence from Spain has spurred the beginnings of a developed national identity. Conflicts have begun between the vision of a unique and independent New Granada and the dream of an indivisible Latin America. We are but one nation among many. The development of a uniquely Colombian culture will be slowed, but not averted. Wait, though, so... I forget which one here we're supposed to take. Because there's one that averts... the New Grenadine Nation. Maybe this isn't the one I'm thinking of. 10% of North Andean pops in New Granada become more loyalist. The development of a uniquely Colombian culture will be slowed, but not averted. Alright. There we go. Boom. Form Grand Colombia. And there we go, my friends. We are Grand Colombia. We got a new shade of yellow. And a new flag. As you have all the states of Greater Colombia, take the first one to get loyalists. You will form the Great Colombia immediately. Alright, so what do we got here? The independence of Grand Colombia from Spain has given rise to rumblings of nationalism across the nation. As our nation advances into the future, our intellectuals seek to formulate a new identity, one that is distinctly and solely Colombian. The following conditions will benefit the process of developing our national identity. Patriotic or liberal interest groups that are in government or have high clout, ongoing wars with high war support, university, arts academy, government administration buildings with high occupancy, high national prestige, not owning non-North Andean homelands. The progress of this national awakening is expected to progress by 0.79 next month. Okay. So we might want to slow down taking some land until we get our Colombian identity. Yeah, it is a good flag, right? I like that flag. Woohoo! Wait, the game glitched. The national identity event wasn't supposed to happen. If you complete this journal, you'll lose the Andean cultures and won't be able to form the Andean Federation. Oh, really? This national identity event wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, so if we form this, we won't later be able to do Federation of the Andes? Oh, yeah, because we need to stay North Andean, right? Is that the reason? Oh, wait, this is about to fail. The fail condition has been met, so hold on. Yeah. It's gone. Okay. It was about to go away, and I had the game paused. That's what happened. There we go. We will get Bolivar's ambition, though. In my current Prussia run, I did manage to form the Holy Roman Empire, but taking Austria made me hated by everyone, even Great Britain was my ally. My infamy is now 260. Well, if you go to the Hamcord and go to the screenshot section, I posted a screenshot of an offline run I was doing as Prussia, where I was going for the hegemony objective, and I got the objective, but by the end of it, I had an infamy of 995. It was insane. For a moment, Ham witnessed true terror. Yeah, I did. I was like, wait, what just happened here? Oh, good. Look at this. So these guys are moving down. Yeah, these guys are moving down because we have many more loyalists now. So that's good. Alright, so we're moving along. How's our company doing? I really would like to get this this situated. Alright, so we can continue taking countries. So let's take a save. Now when we finish this build queue, well, we'll look to expand the construction sectors a little bit, but we gotta get a navy going. I keep pushing this off. We also want to start exporting steel. Actually, what we need to start doing is building motor industries to utilize the steel. And we need our railways to be taking the steel. So, Bolivar... use this. Brew looking tasty, yeah. that really was the world versus ham. Oh yeah, you mean the Prussia hegemony run? It really was. I was just constantly getting cut down to size wars. But see, the thing was, since I was going for the hegemony objective, I focused a lot on military research. So to give context of my research, on the same day I got what was it? Automatic machine guns, a level 4 military tech, and then at the same time I got improved fertilizer, a level 3 production tech. So I had such an advanced and large military that people could attack me, but there wasn't much anybody could do about it. And every time someone attacked me, what I went for from them was a humiliation, war goal. And so when I would win, they would not be able to enter any diplomatic plays against me for a while. Ah, rifles. Here we go. So we can utilize some of our steel. 995 Gs, what can you even do? Well, that was the thing. Because my military was so large, I was able to continue to do things. People could attack me, but there wasn't really anything they could do about it. Who's the opium production? Well, we're doing some. North Germany did a little bit. Yeah, everybody's got a hand in it here. Oh, look at this. We only need about 4 more. So we can take 3 off of the list. I just want to get to 10 so we can get the opium trade. Oh, but you won all the... Yeah, I won all of them. Also, oh, hey, Dove Twitch TV. Hey, hello. Oh, wait, I didn't see you were the one who said, who's the opium production? Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I was being a bit of a warmonger. I have a thing I'm doing right now, offline. I want to finish all of the objectives in the game, because I've ignored them for so long. So I just finished that one, and now I've moved on to the egalitarian society one. But the hegemony objective is quite an objective to do. Defenders of continued slavery have published a wave of diatribes, treatises, and sensationalized fictional narratives, all to support their cause. The quantity, if not the quality, of those works has shaken public confidence in abolitionism. Alright, we're not gonna risk the 15%. We'll take the 10. Yet my offensive strength was 125 in my World War I analog. Wow, 125. That's insane. That's amazing. Alright. So yeah, everybody is starting to build up some railways here. Bolivar is not hiring, though. Well, let's just subsidize it. I want to get people in this. Ecuador. Oh, let's move the game along here. I haven't caught this campaign yet. It seems to be going well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're moving along here. We're going after the Grander Colombia achievement, so we need to take pretty much everything on the continent except Brazil. World War I DLC, please, yeah. I feel like that's gonna be like... I feel like they are gonna get there. they've pretty much said in their video in the 3-year anniversary on Friday last week that the next thing they're doing is ships. They're updating the Navy mechanic, and they're pretty much going to be adding ships to the game. So I feel like they're working towards a big World War I DLC. I feel like it's going to be pretty far off, but I feel like we're going to see it in the game at some point. A story has been making the rounds about a miner who struck it rich and became the wealthiest man in his town. People in Cajamarca are beginning to live beyond their means, convinced they'll all become rich soon enough. Yeah, let's do that one. Event in Lima. Oh, yeah. Extending like 20 years would be dope. CK3 needs naval combat, naval DLC. Yeah, that would be interesting in CK3. I remember the very, very first time I played CK3, I saw somebody like have ships, and I was like, how do I build ships? It took me a second to realize, oh, I just send the army on the water, and they just immediately have a ship. Oh yeah, and extending this game 20 years. I feel like they wouldn't do that, though, because of Hearts of Iron 4. They'd be getting into World War II with another 20 years. Damn, we're not going to be able to do the Intelligentsias thing. We can make the landowners happy, but we're not going to be able to. Look at that budget. That budget means we can do 2 more construction sectors. Good, here we go. Our company building some iron in Antioquia. That's what we need. If they end like 1935, that'd be amazing. But I know most people don't finish the game. Maybe a new start date too. Yeah, pushing the start date back a little bit actually would be kind of cool. If they extend this game any further, my CPU will explode. Yeah, good point. Very fair point. I think a lot of people's CPUs would explode. But, you know, starting the game earlier actually would be a little cool. Automate success. I feel like a lot of, even the larger countries, start a little too much into their industrial revolution in 1836. So yeah, if you started earlier, that would be kind of cool. The problem is I feel like the game start and end times are all kind of fixed, and especially Victoria 3 because they're sandwiched between 2 games. That's stepping on EU5's toes any earlier. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem there. Now, when we do our second company, do we want to do the classic Colombia play, or I should say Grand Colombia now, and go with the Opium Company? We get negative 10% radicals from political movements. Not really big on that. We're pretty far off, though, from getting a second company, so we can wait on that. If EU5 ends like 1820 and Hearts of Iron 4 1933, so there's some room for expansion in either direction. I think Vic Warfare would be good for World War One. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like at some point in Victoria 3's lifespan, we will see a World War One DLC. Especially since we have such a big Austria DLC now. And the whole National Awakening thing kind of leads into it. So I feel like we're gonna see one. And maybe like a Germany-focused DLC. But I feel like they're working towards fixing some, or not fixing. I do like the military and war system in the game, but I feel like they're trying to update the military system a little bit before they do that. Kind of what it feels like. Alright, we're moving up. We're moving up here. Okay, what's with our motors industries? Oh. We only have one in Panama. Who's building one in Antioquia? Oh, good. The financial districts in Antioquia. That's what we need. I think Hearts of Iron 5 is going to add Cold War from some community speculation with the features they've added recently. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because that's definitely the next PDX game, right? Hearts of Iron 5. Like, that's the next one that needs, like, a new version. That and Stellaris. Though it does kind of seem like... I think one of the, like, lead devs in Stellaris was like, we are not thinking about Stellaris 2. Here we go. Yeah, it was EU4, then Hearts of Iron 4, then Stellaris. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I feel like we'd get Hearts of Iron 5 before they did a Stellaris 2. Yeah, Stellaris. Yeah, that's right. Stellaris just had a big overhaul. I haven't tried it yet. I do like that game. I need to give that a try. Alright, we're doing steel tools. So let's go to the Bessemer process. I want to try to start exporting a little bit of this stuff. So we need to get up to 1.79k of production. And right now we're making 91. Oh my god, we're spending most of this run just trying to get slavery banned. Alright, central banking. Oh, what's going on here? Well, we're not getting involved in this at all because we don't have any boats. Although we can start thinking about war here. Still waiting on you to try Pax Historia. Wait, Pax Historia? Which one is that? Do you mean the new Anno? Pax Romana? Oh, nitroglycerin. Alright, so we get massive sulfur mines here. Ooh, we are under our infrastructure, though. So we're building the railway in Lima. It's some AI map game. Oh, I bothered you about a few weeks ago. That's right. That's right. I went to the site. I need you to send me the link again. I went to the site, and I was clicking around a little bit, and I was like, oh, I'm going to come back to this. And then I lost what the URL for it was. Alright, so we're going to... Oh, look at this. Lima is, like, perfect for fertilizer and explosives. Okay. But they have, like, no people. Well, people will come here. So we're going to build sulfur. How much does one level get us? 20. So we'll build 2 here. We won't build the iron mine, because if we create the need, our company will build a level here. And then we'll do 1 level of fertilizer. That'll get us 90 there. And then explosives. Ah, okay, cool. There we go. Thank you. So we're going to get our coal fixed up. And then we're building in Lima. Oh, yeah, that's what it was there. PaxHistoria.co, yeah. Alright, how many regional HQs do we have now? So it's just this one. Look, and they're taking 1.2k of reinvestment out. Luckily, we're good on reinvestment right now, so this is okay for now. A violent eruption has shaken the state of Lima. Fragments of tephra and volcanic ash have destroyed buildings and crops, taking some of the lives of our people. Yeah, we will... Ugh, the last thing we needed in Lima. Unbelievable. Now we got devastation. Alright, give us some good news here. Oh my god, are you kidding me? After all that, we failed slavery banned. Oh, sorry for bringing that, being that person and bringing it up again. You're an influencer and I value your opinion. Oh yeah, no, I appreciate you reminding me. I was thinking about that the other day because I went to it and I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. I need to come back to this when I can sit down and figure it out. And then I forgot the URL for it. And the other day I was thinking about it and I was like, what was that? What was that game I was on? So I'm glad you brought it up again. Is there a way I can just revive this? Right, yeah, if we had, like, trade unions. Okay. You gonna get all under heaven? Yeah, no, I have it. I have it, but today has been such a... after the stream I had earlier today, it was such a, like, hectic day. I haven't been able to try it yet. So I have it, but I haven't been able to load it up yet. Ugh. Alright. What we're gonna do now... I want to do colonial exploitation. So the thinking here is... I want to start getting some colonies going here. Just so I have something I can possibly trade to Great Britain for. Yeah, I'm real excited for All Under Heaven. I'm on the fence. I want to get it, but don't want to buy both that and EU5. Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, I kind of got lucky. I bought the season pass for CK3 like a while back. I think I bought the season pass for CK3 before they even announced the release date of EU5. So I kind of already bought All Under Heaven back then. Yeah. Yeah. I tend to buy the season passes now because I feel like with Paradox games, whenever I don't, I always end up being like, damn, I should have bought the season pass. I remember I did that when I first bought Victoria 3. I bought their first Grand Pass. And I wasn't even sure. I was like, well, I'll see if I like this game, which is kind of funny thinking back on that now. But I was like, I'll get this pass, why not? And I'm glad I did. I ended up just getting all the DLCs added in. Alright, well now that we don't have that brewing revolution, now maybe we'll go after Peru. I never got cons, and I haven't been too upset about it. I think I can wait until a dry spell, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I love CK3, but I play Victoria 3 so much more that I don't play as much Crusader Kings as this one. So I have all these DLCs, but I'm kind of backed up and trying a lot of them. I know Coronation's got a lot of heat. All right, let's see what's going to happen here. So Argentina will join in. The US probably won't. It seems like Brazil probably won't. And after that, I don't really care. So let's do it. You gonna make EU5 videos? I will, yes. I've actually already started making dev diary videos. So I have TLDR dev diary videos for all the dev diaries. And so, yeah, starting next week, I'm going to try to hit the ground running and get some tutorial videos out as soon as I can. But I didn't get an advanced copy like others, so I'll be starting I'll be starting from scratch. Ooh, maybe we'll hold off on this and see who joins in, because this will get us to be infamy, get us an infamy. All right, so let's mobilize. We won't call the conscripts. We're gonna try to do this, but whilst this whole like Grander Colombia achievement while staying under our infamy. We'll try to stay under the radar. CK3 does delete their yearly bundle when they start a new year. Oh yeah, interesting. Is that usually when it goes away? I always forget to check. Hey, Mauricio. Oh yeah, Mauricio. I don't know why it's like, wait, Mauricio, you were the first one here. I can already see Ham doing a whole Congo series in EU4 without ever touching the great powers. Yeah, right? I should do Congo just for the fun of that. The ongoing election has drawn attention to the platforms of the various contending parties. Across Grander Colombia, the electorate debates which party is worth trusting with the next term in government. You know who we're going for, the Liberal Party. Well, it's funny, I think the first run we're going to do next week with EU5, I think I'll start with England, just because it's going to be the first run. I'm going to be learning a little bit of the game still. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. So why not start with something like that? So I think we might actually do England as the first playthrough. No, I want the Sweden starting steps videos first. I'm working on those right now as we speak. So my plan is to have, I want to release the first video of the Sweden series on Monday next week, and then just have them release every Monday. And that way I can keep up with the editing. Bolivia has fallen to a revolution amongst the intelligentsia. In the campaign materials of the Conservative Party, Augusto Castro has immediately denounced the intelligentsia here, preempting a similar revolt. Bolivia is far away, and this is here. Yeah, we'll do that. A good thing about EU5 is that it begins earlier than EU4. Oh, so you have a bigger time to snowball as the non-great powers. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. Castile, I think, because they are easiest, and Iberian ham. Oh, would that be a good starting one? Maybe. We'll see. I haven't made a final decision on it yet, because I haven't posted it. The government's attempt to pass a colonial exploitation law has brought the ethics of colonialism to the forefront of public debate. Yeah, we'll take this one. And of course we got the bad one. England going to be funny because due to the nature of the game being successful, mean you win the 100 Years' War, throwing history off rails, and probably getting an OP formable. England has 100 Years' War, which is tricky if you want to win it. If you want to win. Hey, oh yeah, hello, Connie. I think I'm gonna play Florence first. Yeah, I think secretly, deep down, I have this desire to, in an England run, to eventually colonize North America and start the 13 colonies, and then create a save point, finish the England run, and then be able to do an EU5 United States run. Secretly, I think that's kind of what I want. Rush EU5 USA. That's, yeah, see, you figured out what I was trying to do there. That's what I want. I want to do a small country United States run. Alright. I think we're going to add the last state in there. It'll make us infamous. But hopefully nobody joins in. Yeah, Brazil's not even interested anymore. And we'll finish taking Peru. Yeah, there we go. So we're just above our infamy cap there. Peru backs down. Oh! Ah. I forgot. I forgot we didn't make them primary. Well, we didn't need to fight a war. Look at that. We got the land without fighting a war. The rural folk have expressed their concerns about the government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Yeah, let's do this, because we can get off of old ways. With the price of meat soaring across the country, the Liberal Party is finding itself under relentless pressure from the opposition, accused of recklessly toying with the welfare of its citizens. Can we afford to lose that kind of momentum? Ooh, we cannot. Look at this election. Alright, what is Chile's military looking like? So we can take them. So what if we went after Acre and La Paz? Ooh, Brazil might join in on this one. You know, wait, what is our relations with Brazil? I do want to stay on their good side here. Ooh. No, no, no. That's not what I want to do. Ideological differences in governments. What's their government? You know, our military isn't too far off. So, okay, I keep saying this, but now we're really going to do this. So after this, we're going to start building a navy. Where... I don't think we have natural harbors anywhere. So where do we want to build this? Where do we have people? Ecuador. Ecuador it is. Although we might want to save that for other things. Maybe here in Miranda we'll make this our navy site. Here we go. Yeah, though, it would be nice to do it in a place that has iron. Bolivar, but they don't have a lot. I think Ecuador is the place. We won't have hardwood here. Well, maybe here. Ah, but they don't have iron. We could always do Antioquia. See, we really should be building agriculture here, too. Like, we should be building up all this stuff. How are we on all of those things? We have tons of coffee. Oh yeah, let's start exporting this opium. Austria and Belgium. Give them trade privileges. We could, for investment rights, we can possibly get this for a little bit. Can we sell you some stuff? No, but yeah, that'll hurt the trade privileges thing. Well, let's give it a try. 25%. Let's see what happens. Wait, don't we have 10? Oh, they declined it. Yeah, we have 10 now, so what do we need for this? Cash reserves is greater than 50 and 75% employed. Okay, so we just need to get the cash reserves. Oh, up 5 more K. Okay, good. Frustrated with the lengthy legal process surrounding colonial exploitation, Tomas de Abaldia of the Armed Forces has approached us with an offer to expedite the process, utilizing his personal connections within the state apparatus. Yeah, I don't want to make the rural folk any more upset. So we'll take the hit to enactment time. Why do you always ignore Panama? Is there a reason or just overlooking it? I'm trying to... So Panama doesn't have a lot of population. And I want to build the canal here. And it takes 5,000 pops. I guess I could get people to move there. But I'm kind of trying to save that for the canal. And, like, we're going to need tools and coal and stuff. So I'm kind of saving it for that. I don't know why. I wish they hadn't built a motors industry here. I guess I could always try to get people to move there, though. But yeah, we don't have a lot of pops there. How's the company doing? Koifish already has a video conquering China as Heistine is truly inevitable. I wonder they got an advanced copy of the game, because that's crazy to already have a video for it. Alright, we need... We're gonna build more motors in Antioquia. Alright, so pharmaceuticals, water tube boiler. We can start thinking about what else we want. How are we in military tech? What are we getting on tech spread? Logistics. Okay. And society. See, steel frame buildings would be really nice to get. And another company. Actually, we're going to do that. We're going to go to joint stock companies next. And then... yeah, let's finish the rest of this stuff out. We'll get crystal glass. Yeah, and then open hearth process. Actually, yeah, in labor-saving PMs. Well, yeah, this is good for now. Our Lord and... Ah, there we go. There we go. Production at the opium plantations is booming, and foreign demand for opium could hardly be higher. The Scottish people of Great Britain have become so enamored with the stuff that it has all but become the national pastime. Oh yeah, the Scottish are going to become obsessed with it. You know it. Ugh. And the Conservative Party... the Conservative Party just won right before we are so close to the Age of Caudillos. I cannot throw the armed forces in there. We're gonna have to keep it like this. Even though we got an armed forces president now. What's this guy's deal? Authority and prestige from power projection. Wow. Yeah, you need to tell your private queue about not building in Panama. Yeah, seriously. Oh, look at this. Yeah, they're building a railway there right now. Oh my god. Much lag today. Oh, really? Is there lag on the stream? Let me take a look here. Yeah, I don't know. Good on Twitch. Oh, there you go. Nothing ever changes. Party on their way to halt the country, moving on from military dictatorship yet to the at the last second. Seriously, it's like they're holding on by a thread. Look at our budget here. I mean, my god. We can actually lower taxes. I mean, we just, on principle, I have... Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. No. Oh, it's like 3 minutes between me hitting post and it's showing... Oh my god. That's weird. I wonder what the deal is. It's YouTube trying to fix up YouTube stuff again. Alright. Do we have any other journal entries here? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. So if we can get to civilizing mission, we can get to populating the Americas. That is actually something we could really use. Although we still got quite a bit to go here. Okay. There's just so much to do. Oh yeah, and so the Scottish now want that sweet, sweet opium. Do we have... Let's improve relations. I want trade privileges with you guys. Why will you not give me trade privileges? Damn. Well, can I just sell you opium? Oh, yeah, you have a ton of it. Okay. You could try holding on from switching government just long enough. The Chaldeus thing goes away. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. We have 3 months left on this. Yeah, no. I think we'll just hold on to this government for now. A peaceful march in Lima has suddenly turned violent as protesters and police have begun to clash in the streets. I'll do that. Alright, we're at the 2-hour mark. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break. Pay homage to the gods of ads here so we don't get hit with an ad in the during gameplay. So we'll be back in 90 seconds. All right, and we're back. And we're back. You know, I just realized... Yeah, we're not trading. I can't believe I made this mistake. This is such a dumb mistake. So this Cundinamarca is our market capital. This is also where all the opium is. I haven't been tracking trades out of this one. Here we go. So we're trading stuff out of here. Look at this. We're actually making quite a lot of money on dyes. The American market. No, huh? Ugh, I hate to do it, but... Can we trade with you guys? Oh, we don't have an interest there. Alright. We need a navy. Oh no, Great Britain claims Panama. I keep saying this, and I'm not doing it. I'm gonna build a military shipyard here. And then... Ah, Laudabate success. Good. Yeah, see, look, this is why we really need to build the Panama Canal. Do we build our navy in the Andes or Gran Colombia? To get from here to here, we'd have to sail all the way around South America. Alright, Jorge Salgar. And so... in Ecuador... we'll do 10 and 10. Oh my god, why are merchant marines so expensive? What's going on with our ports? Yeah, we're not building enough. Hey, Laplace, hello, hello. Good morning and good evening, my friend. How are you? I feel like I've never had a run where I just don't have enough merchant marines. That's crazy. Alright, let's build more ports. Where do we have the shipyards? In Cauca. And of course we don't have any ports there. So we'll build it there. We'll do that sooner rather than later. Do you also control the Galapagos Islands, or is that all that's left of Peru? You mean these islands out here? Yeah. No, these are part of They just make them part of the state of Ecuador. Dodgers just blow up their game, granted, because 18 inning stretch yesterday. Oh, did they lose? Wonk, wonk, wonk. Now, in the meantime here, when can we take the rest of Peru? In 4 years. Yeah, no problem. You know, if we had the other party in power, Brazil would like us more. Well, there's a possible comeback, but I doubt that. Poor Dodgers. Yeah, you know, we'll go after Chile once we get the other party in power. Because then Brazil will be a little more... They'll like us a little bit more. The efficacy of our whaling stations in Ecuador has proved to have a dangerous counterpart, and death has become common to almost every voyage. It is a high price to pay, but the profit is equally high. So, wait, who's this guy? Oh, our admiral. He's disliked. Yeah, we'll do that. You know, it's crazy that, you know, the Age of Caudillos, the armed forces have plus 50% political strength, and they still, most of the time, have not been the highest political power group. So now we can look to add some taxes in. Oh, here we go. This is going to end the Age of Caudillos, and we'll have 3 weeks remaining. There we go. The Age of Caudillo politics is, at long last, at an end in Grander Colombia. The armed forces have assumed their rightful place of service to the legitimate government. There we go. We can get the Conservative Party in. Now let's take a look. Yeah, so they like us a little bit more here. Actually, before we do that, let's see. So they don't want to do that. Can we sell stuff to them? Can we sell you opium? They don't want it. I wonder why. We don't have big surpluses of stuff. So they'll take 10. Now, I want these trade privileges. We'll owe them an obligation. We'll do it for 5 years. I think the same party in power is not well made enough because it actually means same IG in power, which leads to think. But I think the same party in power is not well made enough because it actually leads to things like USA landowners getting along better with absolute monarchs. Yeah, that's true. The longer they're in there, right? Oh, hey, Sharky Boy. Hello. Hello, my friend. How are you? Late night stream. Hello again. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. How have you been? How was your day? All right, we'll do this. We'll see if they take it. Just take what's from them since they share land border. You don't need convoys. Well, the trade privileges doesn't affect convoys. It affects our trade advantage, and it'll make them more. It'll give us a better trade price with them. An influential faction within the Catholic Church has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of colonial exploitation. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's take a save, because, you know, it's always good to save. But getting back into One Piece, since all the new releases kind of meh. Maybe getting back into... What's One Piece? And do you mean All Under Heaven? You didn't find it exciting? Is that what you meant? You know, changing our governments made them a little more upset with us. I don't know if I want to go for this. We do run the risk of the United States being upset with us. Oh, One Piece is a popular anime. Oh, okay. I got it, I got it. The One Piece is real. Alright, let's improve some relations here. I don't know though, they'll probably stay neutral. We might be able to get away with this if we stay under our infamy. Let's do it. We're going to war with Chile. that, and we want La Paz. Ooh, Brazil might join in. La Paz might be too much. This will make us infamous. Actually, we could go, we could go for a humiliation. And then... yeah, we'll go... okay, yeah, we're not going to go for La Paz. So that'll make us infamous here. I'll wait to see if Brazil joins in on this. Oh, well, let's mobilize our armies. We won't call the conscripts. I don't want people leaving their jobs. And our standing army should be able to take them. So we will, we'll keep an eye here. Alright, what does Brazil want? They want Grander Colombia and Amazonas. Is that in the strategic region? Oh, it's actually not in the region we need. Alright, yeah, I think we'll just forego that. So let's add humiliation. Because then, when we go after Peru, they won't be able to join in. We could take some of this stuff. We have 60. Let's enforce trade privileges. And then, what about a money transfer? Ooh, before we do that... Actually, you know what? I'll hold off here. I want to keep at least 25 maneuvers here. Because if we get to a point where the US and Brazil both get disinterested in this, we'll go for La Paz. Does this mean you'll be going after the Bolivian modernist revolt at some point? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping to do here. I won't be able to... I can't go after the revolt. I'd have to take Bolivia. But... Actually, you know what I could do? I could enforce military access, and then when this war is done, I can just go after Bolivia. Alright, that's what I'll do. I'll add this. Enforce military access. Law progress to study, nice. LA Dodgers lose. Well, it's going to be game 5 deciders, maybe. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's interesting. They credit me with having 20 flotillas in total, even though I haven't built them yet. Wembanyama MVP. I'm out of my baseball depth here. We've had a good steady rise of GDP here. Hey, Dairuka, hello, hello. I cleep for work, and Ham cuts is streaming like a boss. I'm jelly. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. How are you, my friend? How are you? I'm streaming like a something. I can say that much. Slowly but surely taking all of South America. Sleep deprived. Yeah, I hear you. You know, I haven't been getting some good sleep recently because I've been sick. I had this weird thing happen the other night where, now, I'll preface this with, I did take NyQuil before I went to bed, but I live on the top floor of my apartment building, and I woke up because I heard like a weird sound outside. And, oh, we got gold. I heard a weird sound outside, and I was like half awake, half asleep, and I suddenly was convinced that the building was going to topple over. And I remember, like, talking myself down, being like, that's crazy, the building's not going to topple over, don't get out of bed. But I really was like, oh my god, this building is going to fall over. Whoops, I forgot to add a money transfer in. That's probably for the better. It's just the Left 4 Dead, which is out for you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. I forgot I thought this the other night. It's so ridiculous. Alright, look at that. Oh no, am I getting hit with the army organization? How did we get... Why do we have cavalry in the main army? Thank you for that, Glenn. Thank you. Well, I think the single most annoying bug in this game is that armies suddenly losing organization. Alright, let's see how this is gonna go. Try not to call the conscripts in on this. Oh yes, there we go. We're going for health systems first. Why do... I thought I upgraded all the military. Do I have a regular? Oh, you know what happened? I forgot. When we took these states from Peru, we got their units. I didn't upgrade after we took them over. That's what happened. Yeah, these guys are folding. We're calling in the conscripts here. What is happening? Damn Tairuka, the biggest warmonger. Okay. Why? Oh, here we go. Santos Acosta. You are what we need. I'm the biggest warmonger. You know Connor Ep3 exists, right? Well, yeah. Well played. Well played. Your army's falling like a mountain of dust as soon as the war begins. Situations as old as wars. I know, right? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Your offense is too low with old troops. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot that we acquired low-tech soldiers from that army that we obliterated. An oversight. What were the war goals they took against me? Oh, just you. Okay, so the only thing we're fighting against here is a humiliation. Yeah, you know, if we're talking about infamy warmonger, I have my 995 infamy run that I had posted in the Hamcord. So I don't think I'm one to say anything about warmongering. If they remove caps on construction sectors, I would need to invade Hodong provinces for more construction. Yeah, this is true, right? If I could just build infinitely, the world would be a little calmer. Soldiers are complaining that they have no way to open their canned food. I find this to be one of the funniest events in the game. Like, you're in the middle of war, and I'm dealing with can openers. Alright, here we go. You guys happy? I had to call in conscripts to save you guys. You were like, it's not my fault there are so many countries to invade. Legend. Yeah, agreed. Why are these guys on... Oh, you know... Okay, I gotta take this guy. I don't want... This army should not be... Actually, they have a higher defensive score. Yeah, it's because of that general. Here we go. This is what I need. Not my fault. Weak countries are so delicious. If you think it's bad here, we do try out EU5. Yeah, EU5 is going to be a trip when it comes to stuff like that. I am so looking forward to that on Tuesday next week. Oh yeah, I guess it's 1 week from today, huh? Isn't that crazy? This afternoon, Francisco Chiari, leader of the industrialists, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of colonial exploitation. Laudabate success. Oh, I lost the event? Damn, damn, damn. Thousands of countries, yeah, most of them are like 1/5 of a province minor. Yeah, when you look at the map of EU5, it's just like the amount of locations is insane. Also, you know, the amount of cultures. So I did a dev diary, a TLDR dev diary about cultures on EU5, and I read in the dev diary there that well, they didn't put this in the dev diary, but so for context, Victoria 3 has, I think it was like 302 cultures in it, and EU5 is going to have, I think they said 2,000. There's going to be 2,000 cultures in the game. The fate of New York or EU5 launch. Yeah, all on the same day. New York City mayor election and EU5. I'll be watching election returns while I'm trying to form the colony of New York. From what I've seen, oh wait, we can't even call them OPMs anymore. It's more like 1/5 PMs. Yeah. From what I've seen, major conquests will only be viable in the late game. Until then, will we have a tall journey? I don't know. I won't know till Tuesday. The players that love playing as one single tile, small countries to first great power are gonna love a ton of options for sure. Exactly, kind of sounds like my kind of game. Small country game. Now, early game meta seems to be no CB. Stability is just a number. Expand, expand, expand. Man, I wish I'd gotten an advanced copy of it. C'est la vie. Alright, we are almost there. So we're finally getting to these coal mines. Alright, progressive voting. There we go. Who's this little army coming in there? Where did they come from? Can't wait to see the Spiff Brits do some random exploit on EU5. It's not a Paradox game if there's not exploits. It seems that Paradox doesn't want EU5 to be just map painting. We'll probably get Infamy and its derivatives. You know, it's interesting. I saw someone post too in one of the dev comments. They're not using the Paradox launcher for the game. I find interesting and kind of odd. I wonder why. Alright, we have more conscripts. The manufacture of steam engines has become a profitable industry in Antioquia thanks to our sound investment in locomotive technology. These engines are already being employed across new Grand Colombian railway lines. Oh yeah, no, you know we're going to take that tech research. Alright. Sorry, my countrymen, but turns out these Chileans are a little tougher than we all thought. Oh, trust me, you pay for it later on in the game. As the game grows, every non-CB causes massive antagonism. However, super early game expansion seems to be godlike. Interesting. I don't remember if in EU5 you're going to be able to A, historically colonize Africa like you can in EU4 or not. It's like somehow antibiotics got developed centuries earlier in that game somehow. Well, I did in one of the dev diaries. They say though, anybody is able to do colonization, not just like European powers. Though there is going to be an option that will allow you to make it only European powers. All right, we have colonial exploitation. We're gonna have to tax this stuff, people. I'm sorry. We need it right now. We don't want to hit debt yet. I haven't even tried out colonization yet, so I can't talk on it. I played Tyrone, Venice, Hungary, and Vajrayana or whatever. So we'll have a WC with a tiny Germanic state, the HRE. Maybe next game I'll do Portugal and aim for colonies. There's so many tiny Germanic states. Pick one. Yeah, I mean, even here, well, we can't see it anymore. Even in this one, there's like a bunch of tiny Germanic states. So now on the map scale of EU5, it just looks crazy. Chile is tough cookies than New Granada. They are, right? This is not the decisive win I thought this was going to be. Alright, how are we doing here? Iron in Bolivar is cheap. Why is that? Let's build some tools. We can always use more tools. What's wrong with it? There we go. Actually, how is tools in the market? Oh. Oh, man. What? Oh my god. Why am I doing that? That was leftover from earlier. Ham still owes us a Luxembourg run and doing a WC in Victoria 3. Yeah. The smallest of small countries, Luxembourg. Man, we just cannot seem to take this country here. Ooh, look at these motors I am exporting. It's funny, the one thing I don't have a good trade advantage on are the two things I really do want to trade. Opium and motors. Well, actually, what I really want to send off is steel. Man, this is kind of a stalemate, this war. This is surprising. Alright, we're gonna take this one, but at the same time we're gonna lose that one. We didn't even... I really messed this war up. Adam Smith hates your gut. Supply and demand is exactly the things you don't want. Even if you can take it with a naval invasion, you can pull more of their troops away, giving your main front a bigger advantage. Yeah, problem is we don't have a navy. That's coming next. We've been doing this without a navy so far. Organizers affiliated with the pro-slavery movement have embarked on a focused campaign to inspire support for the local police force in Antioquia. Yeah, I've been pushing off building the navy, and I don't know why. There's just so much to build. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we bump one of these, well, we don't even have the military shipyards yet. Maybe we do bump that up. I think we're decent on coal now. We're decent. Let's sell some buildings here. Actually, let's also... Yeah, all the iron mines should be up for sale, so that the company can buy them. Factories in Ecuador have been reported to be placing Quechua people into roles with incredibly poor work conditions, owing to their status as second-class citizens in Grander Colombia. Let's see, what do we want here? Cultural minority movement, pop attraction. Yeah, I would like to take something that doesn't give us radicals. Yeah, you're right. I guess I can import it, but we're still going to finish it because of the amount of stuff here. So we'll get that in 2 weeks. Usually what I do is defend until morale drops and then I advance, sometimes distracting them with the navy. Yeah, this was an ill-timed war. I shouldn't have done this. I should have waited a little bit. I got a little too greedy. We had too many successful conquests. I got a little too greedy. The thing is, though, I don't think they're going to be able to advance on us much. In fact, let's just work on the Navy right now. Sometimes you get lucky, it can make landfall with a single troop when they refuse to defend. It's hilarious when that happens, yeah. The war is super winnable. No, I know. I'm not saying the war is lost. I'm just kind of disappointed in myself and the way I planned it. This could have been a much easier war. Let's see. Alright, we got our one ship. When is the... Here's the... This is the capital, right? Okay. So let's take... Another way to improve your chances is to make Lancer conscripts. The offense bonus they can give you is a big advantage. Yeah, I feel like, though, I can afford to take one of each of these guys off of here. I think that's what I'll do. I want to get this guy just for the hat. Yeah, we'll take you. What is this? What is this? The Grand Colombian German Society has offered us an opportunity to establish an alliance with the German Empire. The lobby has offered to use their connections to smooth the negotiation process. We would actually really use this. A series of perceived poor decisions by the pro-slavery movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. Yeah, I'll take this. Alright, where are my guys? Where are my guys? Alright, so now... Yeah, let's go right to the capital. We'll just take landing penalty. Oh yeah, our boat is going to have to sail around the entire continent. You know, I forgot they have a navy. Damn. Zero war support wars are fun. How many years have you been at war? This one, though, is still fresh. Not very long. Though it might go on for some time. The problem is we're not getting a lot out of this. I initially imagined this to be a much quicker and easier war. We're just taking this one state. Actually meant to add La Paz in, but I forgot to add it in. Cancel the invasion if it doesn't pull troops or if it goes bad, and reset it in a different state afterwards until you pull troops. Alrighty, alrighty. Alright, so it looks like they pulled some troops there. This guy's 30 and 32. Paradox needs to nerf this Super Chile. For some reason, it always wants to annex Bolivia and always takes southern Patagonia. Argentina's artificial intelligence is horrible. Yeah, I found in the game, Chile always out colonizes them. But I feel like only recently do we get this, like, Chile overtaking Bolivia. I don't know what the change was that made them suddenly do that. Yeah, poor Bolivia. Oh. Also, on top of all this, I forgot, now we can go after public health insurance. Once I can declare an interest, we'll start colonizing. Generally you should make your starting war goal whatever you want that costs the most infamy, has the highest population, or is most maneuver costs. Yeah. See, my goal here is to just continue to move south and overtake South America while staying under the infamy cap so that we don't get any of the larger powers in here. Though I wish I had added La Paz into the war goal. I kind of forgot to add it in. But now this is our only war goal. Ooh, although this is unincorporated. Okay. So let's see what happens here. The change is that Chile is now hard-coded to want to attack Bolivia early game, and Argentina and North Peru are extremely likely to help. Once they get Jujuy and they get huge gold boosts. Yeah, I feel like though I've seen runs before the previous updates where sometimes Chile wouldn't attack Bolivia, but sometimes they would. But they wouldn't win. But now I feel like they always beat Bolivia. Like, that's almost a guaranteed at this point, which is a very weird thing. Alright. How are our clothing and stuff? Well, let's do it anyway. I'll fix it up later. One of the problems is Chile has a claim in Patagonia. Nice, there we go. And since it colonizes faster and Argentina never... okay, hold on. We lost our thing there. And Argentina never colonizes. It colonizes Patagonia in record time. This sucks while playing with Argentina. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't have Argentina colonized at all. Bolivia's always outnumbered. In every single war, Chile has more troops outright because North Peru rarely helps Bolivia. Sometimes sides against them. Argentina is also very likely to help Chile. Or even attack themselves. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't gone back here to South America in quite some time. But we finally took this state. Oh, you know, I kind of forgot Argentina was in this war. I don't know if you remember, Peru and Bolivia used to be a monster. Yeah, it was always formed. Now it rarely happens. This is good in historical terms, but it also nerfed Bolivia. Yeah, back when I used to do tons of South American runs, that was always... You were always battling a large Bolivia. Argentina does colonize. It colonizes extremely slowly compared to Chile. They get beaten out. Argentina colonizes at almost a fifth of the speed of Chile. Yeah, clearly. Alright, well now we are... Okay, now we've kind of taken the war here. And now we'll just send you guys back to the front. How many troops has Argentina thrown at this? Like 17? Yeah, you probably wouldn't notice because of how slow it is. Yeah, it's almost unnoticeable. So as long as we can continue to hold this state, this will keep going down. Bring up the colonization screen and scrolling close. You'll likely see Argentina timers at like 800 days per, while Chile will be at like 200 days per. There's a map mode for that, isn't there? I just thought there was. Yeah. The third button. The chess piece, yeah. Oh, right, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, so they're doing like 495. Ah, there we go. We got it. And what are they doing? Yeah, they're doing it like 20 days. Wow. Yeah, see, I feel like that's a weird mechanic. I wonder why that is. That's clearly something they have had in the game for a long time, and I'm not sure why. With the calls for some form of healthcare system, many are questioning where the money for setting up the new healthcare system will come from. Some are suggesting simply taking it out of our tax funds, while others insist the government should find another way to cover the costs. I think we'll take the cost here to get the added chance. 3,600 until the law is enacted. I think we will take that. It's because Argentina has almost no population. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is tied to population. And they don't. And they colonized 4 zones due to Guarani, Mendoza, Buenos Aires, as opposed to the 2 to 3 for Chile, which quickly turns to 1. That is, yeah, that's right. That is what that is. Huh. It makes me want to do an Argentina run now and try to out-colonize Chile. Oh boy. Well, I think we've reached the end of the episode for tonight. We did some good work tonight, though. And as always, we did it with a little help from my friends here. Appreciate it, everybody. But now we have military access with Chile, so we can take Little Bolivia and this revolt that will never end. So we can just take that, and then come back for the rest of Peru. Yeah, maybe an event to give claims and Cassius Belli to Argentina would work, or an event that would redefine the borders, depending on the relationship you have with Chile. Yeah. I gotta sleep anyways. Good job winning the war. Yeah, thanks for the help. I poorly planned that last battle. But in the end, it came around. Yeah, good game tonight, everybody. Yeah, so that'll be it for tonight. The next time I'll be on will be Thursday morning. So we'll do another session of Victoria 3. Yeah, poor planned, he says as he wins. Yeah, I could have won better. But yeah, we'll be doing some more Victoria 3 on Thursday morning, and then we'll be doing a new All Under Heaven run Thursday night, so... My poorly planned usually ends with me losing completely. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe my poorly planned analysis was poorly planned. Oh boy. Well, yeah, that'll be it for tonight. So hopefully, yeah, I'll see everybody on Thursday. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. And as always, be awesome, and I'll see you next time. Night.